Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Kay, and today I'll break down the pity and gacha system of Honkai Star Rail. Now, many people will say it's pretty much identical to Genshin Impact, which is true to a degree. There are some slight differences. Actually, me personally, some of the features in Star Rail I like a lot more, which I will break down in just a moment, but not everyone played Genshin Impact, and if Star Rail is your first gacha game or if it's your first HoYoverse gacha game, then I wanted to make this video to help you understand how the gacha system works. So first and foremost, you will typically see 3 banners, and in the future there will be more, no doubt about it, once they introduce more characters and when there's rerun limited characters. But there was a 4th banner. To me, that was a beginner's banner where on your 50th pull, you're guaranteed a standard 5-star character. I already got mine, so that's why it disappeared. It's a one-time deal only, which sucks, but it's understandable. Obviously, the more 5 stars we can get, right, the better. But there will always be at least one limited character banner and one limited weapons banner. In this case, it's called Light Cone. And I mentioned already, in the future, once they introduce a lot of 5-star characters, there will be rerun 5 stars. So eventually, Sealy will return, maybe with another 5-star on a separate limited banner. So we'll see 4 banners, maybe 5, because I don't know how, or we don't know as a community, don't know how the weapons banner will function. So in Genshin Impact, there were always 2 weapons in a single banner. We all know the infamous, the Staff of Homa incident where people throw thousands and thousands of gems and didn't get the Staff of Homa, which is a weapon in Genshin Impact, if you didn't know. But in this case, there's only one promotional light cone or weapon, so it's a lot easier, and this is something I like. But for reruns, we don't know if they're going to combine light cones or they're going to have a separate limited banner. So we'll just have to see. But going to the standard banner, you're always going to see this. It'll never go away. And do not, well, this is a personal preference, right? Don't spend your resources like your jades and I guess you can even say money on the standard banner. I wouldn't suggest that, and a lot of people would not recommend it. Instead, you should spend it on the limited, because typically the limited characters are strong. I'm not saying the standards aren't strong. No, Bronya is one of the best. But you want to get the limited characters because you don't know when they're going to return. For some gacha games, some limited character never return until like 2.5 years later. So if you're okay waiting that long, then hey, by all means. But the standard banner is more so like a journey, right? A marathon. You will get the standard tickets, right? The standard Star Rail passes, and you'll get these through like completing missions, sometimes through rewards and stuff, or login promotions, whatever case may be. And you will throw tickets here and there, or some players actually collect all 90 just to pull at once. But basically, you will pull here and there for the standard banner. And hopefully you will get the 5-star character, and you could also get 5-star light cones. But what's very unique, and I love this so much, is the 300 warp special, I like to call it, right? Where you're guaranteed to choose, and that's right, you heard me correctly, choose the desired 5-star standard character. So it's not random, you get to choose right there. This to me is, my mind was blown. Reason being is because for Genshin Impact, they did not have this, and it took me 2 years to get the specific 5-star character I wanted. His name was D-Luke. I'm still traumatized till this day. Yes, 2 years. If you don't know who he is, he's the moody person with red hair, red long hair, and a big broadsword, and he wears dark colors. He's known as Batman in Genshin Impact, but I'm ranting. So this is amazing. Choose wisely. So this is a one-time deal as well, right? Just like the 50th Warp special. This is a one-time deal. Don't expect to be able to choose another 5-star character on your 600th pull or anything. Choose wisely. Most people would recommend Bronya because she is one of the best characters in the game. And that is who I'm going to choose if I don't pull her, in the limited banner, if I get spooked. So spook is basically if you get the 5-star character that's not the promotional. It's just a funny gacha terminology. But let's talk about the rates real quick. Now, you are guaranteed, and I'll talk about the percentage in a second. You can obviously read all this, but what's important to me is right there, right? 90 pulls, you are guaranteed a 5-star character. You're not guaranteed the 5-star promotional character, just a 5-star character. So it could be one of the standard characters, right? And I'm saying characters a lot. Take a shot every time I say that. You'll be dead or drunk. But 90 pulls for the limited characters banner. It's 80 pulls for the weapons banner. And some of the percentages are different as well. So 90 pulls, you're guaranteed to get the 5-star character. Now, I will talk about the soft pity. There's no guarantee, I shouldn't say guarantees. There's no confirmation on Star Rail. But from what I've read online, the beta had a soft pity. So what that is basically a system that makes it easier to get a 5-star character or weapon after, I believe, the 70th or 75th pull. For weapons, it's a bit sooner. I think 65 pulls and above. You'll basically have a higher percentage of getting the 5-star. Okay? So it's very rare that you need to spend all 90 pulls to get the 5-star character. Very rare. In Genshin Impact, that has never happened to me before. And in Star Rail, I pulled for Silly already, as you can see. I think this was my 70th pull. I have to double check, but it was like 70 pulls in and I got her. And this is because of the soft pity. Knock on wood, hopefully I never have to reach the full 90. If you reach the full 90 or 80 on the weapon or light cone, then it's basically very bad luck, and that's known as hard pity because it's you don't want to know the feeling, right? I can only imagine, but there are some players that experience that. Now, let's talk about the rates real quick, right? And I'll talk about the 50-50 in a second. But in terms of the rates, it's a 0.6% of getting a 5-star character. Again, this doesn't mean you're guaranteed to get the limited character, Silly for in this case, right? When you do get a 5-star character, it's a 50% chance of getting the promotional character, as you can see right here, right? We call that 50-50, or winning or losing the 50-50, because, you know, that's the percentage of getting a random character. Now, what's amazing, and this is what I really like about HoYoverse Gacha games, is that if you lose that 50-50, in my case, I didn't get Silly as my first 5-star, right? Let me go back to it. I got Yanqing. But then the next 5-star I got, and yes, I got Silly right afterwards. I hit that 0.6% and I got her. Yes, I'm bragging a little bit. EX Gacha Gods, thank you so much. But going back to the 50-50, if you lose the 50-50, you are then 100% guaranteed to get the promotional character. That to me is amazing, is because even if you're free to play, you will eventually get the promotional character, right? Whether it be Silly or someone else in the future, right? You may not have enough time to get Silly, right? But I believe the next limited character is Jing. And this is where I'm going to talk about the pity carryover. And again, I'll talk about the rates in a second, but most people care about the 5-stars, right? So your pity counter, right? How many pulls, right? Again, the 90 pulls is the guaranteed 5-star character. It will carry over. In this case, on my 70th pull, I got Silly, and then I had 5 extra pulls afterwards. So that 5 will carry over to the next limited characters banner. So I believe his name was Jing Huan, meaning all I need to do is pull 85 times, and I'm guaranteed to get a 5-star. I also forgot to mention, when you do get the promotional rate up character, the 50-50 will reset. So because I got Silly, when Jing comes out, or if I'm trying to go for a second constellation, I shouldn't say constellation, was it Eidolon, basically an extra copy of Silly, then the whole 50-50 win-lose ratio will reset itself. So I'm not guaranteed to get Silly again. So going back to the pity counter carryover, I just need to 85. As a better example, let's say you do 50 pulls on this character banner, right? This Silly banner, and you did not get a single 5-star character. On Jing's banner, all you need to do is 40, and you're guaranteed to get a 5-star character. Now, let's say you did 50 pulls and you got a random 5-star character, right? Let's say you got Yanqing like I did, and you did not get silly, and you're 50 pulls in, let's say 60 pulls in, right? You're 60 pulls in, and you just get a standard 5-star character. You lost to 50-50. During Jing's banner, all you need to do is 30 pulls, and then you're guaranteed to get Jing. So yes, the 50-50 will also carry over, which is great. Again, the 50-50 win-lose ratio will reset itself after you get the promotional character. If you don't get the promotional character, your next 5-star is 100% guaranteed. But the thing is, it's important to remember, it's banner specific. So you can't do, let's say, oh, excuse me. Ooh, I had to burp for a second. So you can't do 50 pulls on the standard banner and then 40 pulls on the character limited banner, right? That's not how it works. And you can't do, let's say, 50 pulls on the light cone banner and then do 40 and you're guaranteed to get the character. No, it's banner specific. And the pity counter will carry over for that specific banner, right? So the light cone banner, the limited character banner, and the standard banner will have its own pity system as well, like the 90 pulls, and you're guaranteed a 5-star character or light cone. More randomized, which is why no one would really recommend spending too much resources on this. So to me, again, I mentioned this guarantees all players eventually you will get a promotional rate up character. So if you're free to play or cheap to play, this is where you're going to have to keep track of your rate ups, right? Not your rate ups, your pity counter, and really decide if you want that promotional character or not. But let me just go back. I forgot to mention about 4 stars, right? And most players don't really care about 4 stars, but I'll just mention it either way. This video is going to be probably long, so I apologize in advance. So it's a 5.1% of getting a 4-star light cone or character, and just like the 50-50 for the 5-star character, it's a 50% chance of getting one of the promotional 4-star characters. So one of these 3, okay? Now, I do have to warn you, do not go for a specific 4-star character, right? Let's say you want to go for, I forgot her name, her, whatever, the healer. Was she the healer? I think she's the healer. I have her on my team, but whatever. The case is, don't go for a specific 4-star character unless you're okay with the 5-star character. So in Genshin Impact, I received 3 copies of the 5-star character, and I did not receive a single copy of my desired 4-star character. This is because despite guaranteeing a 4-star, one of the promotional 4-star characters, you're not guaranteed to get the one you want. So let's say you want her, it's not guaranteed. It's 1 out of 3 chances, and you could spend thousands of gems, even hundreds of dollars, and you're not guaranteed. That's what happened to me in Genshin Impact. So that's just a bit of a warning. So again, with the rates, if you lose a 50-50, let's say you get a light cone or a different non-promotional character, 4-star character that is, then your next 4-star will be the promotional character. And the thing is, you're guaranteed a 4-star light cone or character on your 10th pull. And this doesn't mean you're forced to do 10 pulls at once. The system works as if, let's say I do 3 pulls today and then 7 pulls tomorrow, I will still be guaranteed the 4-star light cone or character. Okay, so that to me, if you want to, if you have that gacha itch, right? I have that gacha itch, and I want to do some single pulls here and there, then basically the system will allow you to get the 4-star character eventually, right? You just have to hit 10 pulls in general, okay? So in terms of light cones, I'll briefly go through this. It's a somewhat higher ratio or rate, 0.8% to get the 5-star light cones. And again, same with the character. You're not guaranteed the specific promotional light cone. Again, in this case, yes, I forgot. It's same case for Genshin Impact. It's a 75% chance of getting the promotional weapon. So not 50% like the character, is 75, so a lot higher. But you still have 25% of losing, so that kind of sucks. And in Genshin, it's the same thing. I lost several times. Not the best feeling in the world. Okay? But it's basically a 75-25 win-lose ratio. And again, it works basically the same thing with the character banner. You lose a 50-50, your next 5-star light cone will be guaranteed the promotional one. And lastly, I want to talk about the starlights, crystals. I'm getting my terminology. Starlights. There we go. So when you receive a 4-star light cone, you will get 8 starlights. And if you receive any 3-star light cones, you will get 20 embers. And I'll talk about, these are basically resources you can exchange, currencies you can exchange at shop. For 5-star characters, if you get a duplicate, not your first copy, but if you get a duplicate, and you can read all this yourself, you will get starlights as well. And 4 stars, once you get a second copy and a duplicate, or third copy, fourth copy, fifth, whatever the case may be, you'll get starlights as well. And these can be exchanged. This is the starlights. Now, I would recommend never spending these starlights because they're very rare, or you'll get a lot less of these than embers. Don't spend them on the Star Rail Pass, okay? Because you'll get these standard tickets throughout missions and stuff. Again, you should spend it on the golden ticket, as I would say. That's more worth it. Or unless you want to save for a specific character, you could do that too. But it's very hefty, 600. I did 70 pulls and I only got 80. So, I mean, it's quite the investment. So embers, I do recommend getting both the absolutely 100% the golden ticket and the standard ticket. There is a limit, 5. Right, and then it will refresh, and as you can see, 5 days or whatever the case may be. I believe. Yes. Okay, I'll just make sure. Typically, it's monthly. So once I guess Star Rails, progress, basically it will be a monthly thing. That's for Genshin, anyways. But embers, you're gonna have a plethora of embers. You can also exchange it for materials that you need. It's okay to spend on materials if it's easier to ascend the character or level them up. You're going to get a lot of this because you're going to get a lot of 3-star light cones. But generally, I can't speak today. I just finished work, so forgive me if I ramble or if I mispronounce things. But generally, that's how the pity system works. I personally like it. Yes, the individual 0.6% sucks, but because of the pity system and the pity counter carrying over through banners, I really like it. And honestly, you can get the 5-star character you want if you save, right? So, to me, excellent. I hope this makes sense to you. Don't forget to comment down below to let me know if you pull for Silly or you're planning to save for a different character. If you saw I believe the live stream of Star Rail, I think Jing was next. He had like lions next to him. He looks pretty cool. I'm 100% going for him. But comment down below to let me know if you're going for Silly or someone else. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for future Honkai Star Rail videos. Good luck on all your polls, everyone. Excuse me. Till next time.